Hello? 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 This is actually working. Let's make sure the stream is on. Did we check the stream? It's on. It's on. Al, you must have done that. All right. Yes. Well, I was going to use this finger. All right. It's Shabbat Hanukkah. A late Hanukkah this year. I don't remember when Hanukkah ended into the next secular year. I don't remember. If you have any trivia experts here. I know. Well, it's later than normal on the secular calendar, but it's right on time with the Jewish calendar. That's what counts. All right, let me move this over here because I can't see. All right, let's begin our Shabbat service. Please rise. Ben is here. We have some guests. We'll introduce everybody soon enough after L'chadodik, Shabbat Shalom. And you're right up here. Good. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Well done, everybody. Shabbat Hanukkah Shalom. Well done. Come on in. Oh, we have more people coming here. It's fantastic. We're going to start. Please be seated. We're going to start with something for Hanukkah rather than the usual Yedid Nefesh. Go ahead. What do you need? What are we looking for? Oh, the other. Okay. Welcome. Welcome. Shabbat Shalom. Nice to see you.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Hi. Get some. Hi.
Please turn to
Shabbat Shalom.
page.
Hanukkah Sameach.
Please turn to page 59 for Al Hanisim.
59.
Yes. Al Hanisim ve'al ha'purkan ve'al ha'gvura ve'al ha'tshua ve'al ha'milchamot she'asita la'avoteinu בימים ההם על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים בהם בזמן הזה על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה.
Good. Now, since we're there, let's read the Al Hanisim in English. We're going to refer to this. And as I ask you the question, what is the real miracle of Hanukkah? Let's see what the Al Hanisim passage says. Let's read together. For the miracles, for the deliverance, for the victories, for the triumphs, for the battles you fought for our ancestors in those days and at this time. In the days of Mattithias, son of Yochanan, the high priest, and Hasmonean, and his sons, when the cruel Greek kingdom rose to rule over your people Israel, demanding that they forget your Torah and violate the way of life you desired for them, you in your great mercy stood by your people in their time of trouble. You fought their battles, championed their cause, and avenged their wrongs. You delivered the strong into the hands of the weak, the many into the hands of the few, the unclean into the hands of the clean, the evildoers into the hands of the righteous, the arrogant into the hands of those engaged with your Torah. Thus your name was glorified, made holy in your world, and Israel, your people, achieved deliverance and a great victory, as is our wish for our own day. Afterwards, your children entered the Holy of Holies emptied your house of idols, purified your sanctuary, kindled lights in your sacred courts, and set aside these 8 days of rededication as a time for giving thanks and singing praises to your great name. Beautiful, very relevant passage, probably written about 1,000 years or more before, and it's as if it could have been written last week, the Al Hanisim. Page 9, L'chuna Ranana.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, nekadma fana v'toda. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, Bizmiro naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai.
Asher b'yadam agnei haaretz v'to'afot orim lo. V'yabesh yedei v'yatzaru bo nishta v'nivchara nivra lifnei Adonai Oseinu. Achdem bari tovatzon yado. Al takshu levavchem ki b'ivra kamo masa b'midbar. 40 shana.
40 shana kod vedor va'omar am to'e levavem ve'em lo yaleo derachai asher nishbati be'api im yevon el menuchati.
Page 12, Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash.
Shir Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shir Adonai, Kol Haaretz. Shir Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom leyom Yeshuato. Sapru v'goyim kevodo, Bechol ha'amim nifleotav. Ki gadol Adonai, Umulal meod, Nora'u, Al kol Elohim, Ki kol Elohei ha'amim elilim, Va'adonai shamayim asa, Od ve'ada lefanav, Oz ve'tiferet be'mikdasho. Avul Adonai mishlechot damim, Avul Adonai kavod va'oz. Avul Adonai kavod shemo. Zeu mincha uva'u lechatzrotav. Ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh, Chilu mipanav kol haaretz. Imru v'goyim Adonai malach, Achtikon tevel v'al timot. Yadin hamin lenei sharim, Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam umelo Yalo Sadai V'chol asher bo. Az yeranenu kol hatzeyar Lifnei Adonai kiva Ishrot haaretz Ishrot tevel v'tzedek Ve'amim ve'emunato Yanai yarai rai yararanai Yai rai 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 Yai rai 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 Yai rai 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 Yai rai yararai rai.
Page 22, Romamu, last 3 lines in the Hebrew.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו.
Page 24. Avu Mizmor LeDavid.
מזמור לדוד, הבו לאדוני בנערים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז. איי איי איי, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדר קודש. כל אדוני על המים אל הכבוד ירים. אדוני על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח. איי איי איי, כל אדוני בהדר. כל אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את עזי הלבנון, וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסריון כמו מרימים. איי איי איי, אדוני חוצב להבות אש. כל אדוני יחיל מדבר, יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש. כל אדוני יחולל איילות, ויחשוף יערות ובחלוף. כולו אומר כבוד. איי איי איי, אדוני למה בו ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. יאי די די די, יאי די די יאי, יאי די די די, יאי די די די.
Let's read the poem from Shlomo Ibn Gabirol, national hero of Spain still. His beautiful poem at the bottom of page 25 in the column. He wrote, "You are the celestial light, innocent eyes see you, clouds of sin hide you. You are the hidden light of this world, revealed in visions, glimpsed on the mountain of the Lord. You are the light of the world, the mind's eye searches for and seeks. Only an aspect can ever be seen, never all glimpses of God." Lecha Dodi, page 26.
לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. 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 שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך חדודי לקראת כלה, פן שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פן שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פן שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך מלוכה, קום יצאי מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט דיי מקבחה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פן שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פן שבת נקבלה. Page 28. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני ים סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פן שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פן שבת נקבלה.
Please be seated. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This is our time to welcome everybody. Turn to your neighbor, you know. We need the Shabbat spirit there. And we do have some guests who have never been here before that we'd like to introduce to everybody. Yeah, you look familiar, but remind. Last year.
Karen and Ed Gardner from Vermont.
Vermont.
And with a daughter from Stanford. And we chatted on it.
You know, so you know each other then. Wow. Vermont. And you're visiting here. You're visiting here? Oh, you're here. Okay, good. Well, good. We're here all year round. So you're welcome. Jewish life is every day. And Ben, if you could just say hello. Yeah, Ben lives right in the neighborhood here.
I live in Sarasota.
Pleasure to have you here. Are you in what are you doing here? Are you in school? Are you working? Are you? Oh, very good. And where are you from originally? Did you grow up here in Sarasota?
No.
Nobody grows up here in Sarasota. Pittsburgh? Oh, okay. Iris. Nahimo. Yeah, we have a lot of Pittsburghans. How do you say that? Pittsburghanians? Pittsburghans. Pittsburghers, okay. And Wendy and Robert, Alan and Robert, and Susan. From, if you could introduce yourselves. Sarasota. I'm here with my husband, Alan. Oh, so you're here. Very good. Uh-huh. Do you live far from here?
Oh, we're in South Sarasota, off of Geneva.
Oh, right. Okay, not far. And
We're friends of Alan and Wendy from Estero, down by Naples and Fort Myers.
so you're here really just as a visit.
Yes.
Yeah, you need a passport, you know. And now you didn't come from Sarasota. Where are you from originally?
Well, let's see, Pennsylvania, New York, New
Oh.
Jersey.
Agansa Megillah, yeah, okay. But it's better here, especially this time of the year. That's for sure. And you're also from?
My dad was military and I was military, so until 2000 we lived everywhere, but I've been in Estero since then.
No. Anyway, welcome.
Thank
A
you.
hearty welcome here,
Nice to be
Shabbat
here.
Shalom. What a pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. Come back, one time's not enough.
I want to say one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the first time that I have been in a synagogue
Yeah.
in quite a while.
Hmm.
And I have to say that the liturgy or the music
But how about that? Well, yeah.
That's why you have to come more. Then they become familiar.
Pleasure. Well, I wasn't with you the last time, so I don't know where you're coming from. Anyway, it's a pleasure to have you all here. Let's turn to page 31, in the middle of the page. Sadi katamar yifrach. Shabbat Psalm.
Tzadika tamar yifrach ke'erez balevanon yizkeh shetolim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun deseva b'sheinim verananim leagid ki yashar Adonai tzori velo avlatavo.
The next page. Adonai malakale lavesh, lavesh, Adonai osit hazar. Adonai nesurot kolam yisudot uchyam. Mikolam.
מקולות מים רבים אדירים משברי ים אדיר ומרום אדוני ערותיך נאמנו מאוד לביתך נאווה קודש אדוני לאורך ימים.
Mourners, we pause before the evening service. Mourners and those observing yard sites will rise. Bruce, as you as well, and those remembering yard sites. Page 33 to recite the Kaddish in memory of our loved ones. So together. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah v'yalmad yivarach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'lam l'mei amayav. Yipara v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitada v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudusha b'richu ve'ela min kol bechata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlamar Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Aleichem shalom. May peace be upon them, their memory. So, a little bit of a message for Hanukkah, since it's Shabbat Hanukkah. So I remember, I like to share a true story. This was about, it had to be about 30 years ago. And at that time, it was around Pesach. And it was the airlift, the Operation Rambam from Ethiopia. Israel was sending its planes and delivering the Jews from Ethiopia, Beit Yisrael. And I remember a kid came up to me and said, "Rabbi, you wouldn't believe the wild stories our teacher told us about. First of all, the teacher told us about the Exodus leaving Egypt, and the water split, and the people were freed many hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And then the teacher, to just going on with this kind of that's just the kid couldn't believe, fantasy, that they sent planes there, and they were rescuing people and bringing them to Israel." And he said, "It's like, how can I believe this, Rabbi? So I said, I remember it was a little girl, I said, happens to all be true, that our people make miracles in the real world. This is like the story of the Exodus and the rest of Jewish history, and certainly leading up to the great rescue of thousands of Ethiopian Jews who have made such a tremendous contribution to Israel, to the IDF, to every aspect of Israeli life. So, Jewish story is a miraculous one. And the question is, going back to our sources, what did our rabbis of old, what did they reflect on the miracle? Because Maimonides said this holiday is all about lighting the candles. It's a great mitzvah to recount the Nisim, the miracles that happened to the Jewish people 2,200 years ago, the Maccabean revolt, and the cleansing of the temple, the rededication of the temple. So what was the miracle involved? And that's why in our texts we have two texts. We have two versions of the miracle. The one is not usually recited, but it's a nice text called Hanerot Halalu. These candles, which are usually recited right after the blessing, you can look it up in the traditional prayer book in the Siddur, and it reflects on the miracle of the cruse of oil. The 8 days, 1 day, enough for oil, lasted for 8 days. Actually, that episode appears in the Talmud, and is about 500, 600 years after the events of Hanukkah. Not many people know that. And it was done, by the way, to emphasize what's the miracle? The persistence of Judaism, of our religious way of life. The rabbis were concerned that we would only remember miracle number 1, which we just read about in the Al-Hanisim, which was the great military victory, the few against the many, and defeating the great oppressors, the tyranny of the Syrian Greeks in the Maccabean revolt. And the rabbis pointed to that. The text that we just read points to the miracle of the military victory, of the people of Israel standing up and fighting for our right to be, and for the first battle for religious freedom in the entire annals of history. So the rabbis, again, pointed to, and they kept both versions in our traditional liturgy. One to emphasize the miracle of the persistence of Judaism, of our religious way of life, and number two part of us, which we're reliving today, every day with Israel. And by the way, I just got a message from my cousin in Israel, who's very close to Kahalani. I don't know if you remember that name. He was the 20-year-old kid when the Syrians attacked Israel through the Golan in the Yom Kippur War. Kahalani. I don't know if you've ever read about him. He was one guy before Israel could mobilize its tanks in the Galilee. Syria had about 250 tanks coming through there, and he was the only one. He had to maneuver so that he would fake the Syrians out, thinking that there were more tanks there. Absolute miracle. Complete hero. And he really gave the Israeli military time to get there in order to fend off the Syrians. So he said to my cousin, he was very close to Moore's father, Gidon, of blessed memory, that we're living through, he feels, messianic times, that the miracles that the Israeli military are performing now are beyond anything that he ever envisioned in his years of service to Israel. So it's quite a statement from someone like that who lived through a miraculous time as one of the great heroes of Israel. I didn't know he was still alive. So those are the two miracles that we balance with Hanukkah, but I'd like to suggest a third. Finish with this. As we know, if you take the story in the Talmud correctly, there was enough oil to last for 1 day, right? So the miracle was only for 7 days, not 8 days. Technically, we should be lighting the Chanukiah for 7 days to symbolize the 7 days of the miracle. But we light for 8th day. Why? Because the first day of Hanukkah symbolizes the miracle of those Jews who went into the temple and they knew that the cruse of oil was there. They had this incredible faith. that they were going to find it, and they were determined to cleanse the temple and relight that menorah in the temple. So, as many commentators point to, that the real miracle of Hanukkah was the steps taken by our ancestors who had such strong emunah, such strong faith in the persistence of the Jewish people and of Judaism, to take those steps to create the other miracles, which wouldn't have happened without the risk and the faith and the courage and the determination, which is happening right in Bazman Hazeh, in our time as well. So the challenge for all of us is that you are walking miracles. Every devotion to Jewish life, to the synagogue, to Israel, to the Jewish people, is a step that our ancestors took to make sure that the lights of our people would be lit forever. And to me, that's the greatest nes, the greatest miracle of all. Al Hanisim, V'al HaPurkan, for the miracles, many, manifold, and for the great story, the Purkan, that we tell at the time of Hanukkah. So to all of you, to be Jewish is a miracle. We all know that. And Hanukkah is a great celebration. Tomorrow we're going to be talking a lot more about it. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and Chag Sameach. So please rise for our Shabbat service on page 45, the Baruch Hu.
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Vorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai. The first blessing on page 45. Machaliv zmanim masorech kochavim mishparoteim barakia kertzono. Ma'avir yom mevi layla. Ma'avir yom mevi layla.
Ma'avir yom u'mevi layla, ma'avdir ben yom u'mevi layla, Adonai tzevot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, baruch atah Adonai, Hamari v'aravim.
Page 47. Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha avta, Amcha avta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shachvenu v'kumenu nasiach v'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki em chayenu ve'yorech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla negei yomam v'layla ve'ahavatcha tasir mimenu le'olamim baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
48. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. V'yahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Elohi mitzavecha היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, וריבת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשפך ובקומך, וקשתם להיות הידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Shema continues on page 49. Something over the Elam. Rimatem otam. Thomas Belach, we shall among you, Vayomer Adonai Moshe Lemor. Leman tizkaru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'item kedoshim lelohechem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, v'yod lachem le'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem.
Adonai Elohechem, amen.
Page 51.
ומלכותון ברצון קיבלו עליהם, אשר הביאם בני ישראל לכנו שירה, בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה, זה לינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
A prayer for shalom, for peace, page 53, Hashkivenu.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום, ויצא ויד עולם, ויד עולם, ויד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Amen. We rise, page 54, Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. איי 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 ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום עבד וינפש. יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה, ועל מריבה קידותי והמליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה, ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמיה יתברך. יתברך, ישתבח, יפה ותמה וינשא, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כה בחטא ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ויאמרו אמן.
Our silent prayers, the Amidah for Shabbat, Chanukah. We add the passage, the Al Hanisim for Hanukkah, in our silent devotion from page 55 through page 61. May be seated when you've completed this Amidah. We'll turn to page 60, Shalom Rav, great peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם בטוב עיניך לברך את עמך ישראל וכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם תשים לעולם תשים לעולם.
Page 62.
ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל אלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא האל העליון קונה שמיים וארץ מגן אבות בדברו מחיי מתים במאמרו האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו כי בם רצה להניח להם כי בם רצה להניח להם לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד מעון הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי ומניח בקדושה לעמד ושני עונג זכר למעשה וראשית אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו רצי מנוחתנו קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך שמנו מטובך ושמחנו ישועתך ותהל ליבנו לעבדך באמת והנחיתנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ורצון שבקודשך והנחובה ישראל מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני
ברוך שמו.
מקדש השבת
Amen. Kaddish Shalem, page 63.
יקדל ויגדש שמי רבה ועלמד יבקרותי והמליך מלכותי בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל ועגלה וזמקרי וימרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ועולמי עולמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח יפר ותאמר וינשא יתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא וימרו אמן יגבר סרטון ואותון לכל ישראל כל דם ועוני ושמיה וימרו אמן ישלום הרבה משמיה וחיים עליהם על כל ישראל וימרו אמן עושה שלום ומאמר ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו Amen.
We rise for the Kiddush, page 64.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם B'arei peri agafe.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon inchilanu, zikaron le'maaseh bereishit, ki hu yom techila lemikraei kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu, baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim, all of you. Precious life. Keep it up. We continue now with Aleinu on page 66.
65.
65.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד.
Page 66. Okay, Elim karo de great tune the kalegan mishana was ishmak lefanach da ro hene karo vi pole de ko shori tene ve kato met te khabli mo khabli ben ovi lam va hed ki am khut shcha hivlen tokh lekhavon.
ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated, everyone. Let's pause and remember our loved ones as yard sites observe the last days of Hanukkah and into the month of Tevet. We remember Sergei Altshuler, Minnie Young, Helen Landsman, Louis Bachler, Philip Bortnick, Warren David Carell, Louis Bachler, Morton Signer, Louis Carl Goodman, Marlene Goldis, Sandy Gottlieb, Mildred Jacoby, Francis Seiger, Sidney Joseph Ferris, William Lon, Moses Herman, Bessie Herman, Monroe Novick, Ida Golden, Ketty Rothman, Eugene Stern, Janice Siegel Friedman, Francis Nowak, Marlene Minkoff, Arlene Newlander, Reggie Tenenbaum, David Wallach, Asaf Benderly, Nathan Wolf, William Wahlberg, all of blessed memory, Zichronam Livracha. So remembering yard sites and those who are in mourning, please rise as we join together, also with those at home, for the Kaddish, page 67. Together. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah, V'yalmad yivarach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'gala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach elam elomei maya. Yipara v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei. V'yitada v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shmei kudusha b'richu. La'ela min kol bechata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Damiran bi'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav. V'yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. May there be shalom upon them and shalom upon all your loving memories. Amen. Al?
Yes.
There's nothing here. I would go ahead.
People on TV land can hear me.
Yeah, all right. Good.
Shabbat Shalom and Hag Urim Sameach. It's good to see all of you here tonight, and it's a wonderful Hanukkah season for all of us. The Beam and Baskets tonight are sponsored by Mara and Randy Wynn in honor of their 49th anniversary, and Ronnie Reisberg and Dennis Zimmerman in honor of their 10th anniversary. They're newlyweds by Beth Sholom standards, to say the very least. This evening's oneg is provided by TBS. I have to tell you, reservations are closed for the January 3rd Shabbat dinner next Friday night. We hope most, if not all of you, made your reservations already. Please join us for the lighting of our large outdoor Chanukiah with Hanukkah songs next Wednesday, January 1st, 2025.
Oh, it's the first. It's the first. I'm sorry. Right.
You're going to get me all?
It's the first. It's the last night of Hanukkah. I'm going by.
You're going to get me all for blundered. I don't know.
I'm so sorry. The Jewish calendar.
Anyway, January 1st at 6:30 p.m. It's the first day of the secular New Year, and we're still into Hanukkah. It's going to be incredible.
It's strange.
So we have some very, very interesting programs coming up. On Sunday morning, January 5th, we're inviting you to come to hear a presentation by our own Dr. Murray Tzedek, who will present his historic Judaica collection. Murray's not only a collector, but he's an educator, and he offers a special look at some of the pieces that he has collected and or presented over the years. You're invited to bring in your own antique Judaica. He's a special expert on candlesticks, so if you have old Shabbat candlesticks, bring them with you. He'll tell you what it's all about. My family actually has a Shabbat licht from the 1700s from Germany. Unfortunately, that licht is in Israel right now with some cousins, but I would love to bring it over here for him to look at. So we encourage you to bring your antique Judaica and to share stories on your own family's Judaica. This is Temple Beth Sholom's version of Antique Roadshow. The Tzedeks have kindly sponsored breakfast beginning at 9:30 a.m., and the presentation begins promptly at 10 a.m. In addition to that, on January 12th, we urge all of you to join us at 7 p.m. for an amazing presentation from Ambassador Daniel Kurtzer, who is the former U.S. ambassador to both Israel and to Egypt. And he will be speaking on Israel and the region after the war in Gaza, inflection point or more of the same. Ambassador Kurtzer presently is on the faculty at Princeton University. Now, without a doubt, Ambassador Kurtzer will undoubtedly be the greatest expert on the Middle East speaking in Sarasota this year. So if you don't come, you're going to be missing something very important. Advanced ticketing is $20 per head, and at the door it's $25. I would urge you to go online to the TBS website this weekend to book your reservations while you can. It's a very, very important program. We expect a big turnout from the community. This is being co-sponsored by various agencies within Sarasota, including Jewish Federation. Finally, register now with Kelly Nestor to reserve your place for Ballroom Boogie, the ballroom dance presentation and the dance class on January 18th at 6:30 p.m. There are no walk-ins for this one. You've got to register, and the final deadline is next Friday, January 3rd. So please give Kelly a call, and we hope to see a lot of you around here. I can see that there are a lot of professional Fred Astaire's and Ginger Rogers sitting here. So come on over and boogie with us. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Al. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Lots going on. And my classes resume a week from Wednesday, so on the 8th, our classes will be back at 10:30 in the morning. Let's conclude with Yigdal on page 71.
יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח, נמצא בעיני תל מציאותו, אחד ואין יחיד כייחודו, נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו, אין לו דמות הגוף ואינו גוף, לא נערוך אליו קדושתו, קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא, ראשון ואין ראשית וראשיתו, אינו אדון עולם וכל נוצר, יורה גדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו, אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו, לא קם בישראל כמו שעוד, נביא ומביט את אמונתו, תורת אמת נתן לעמואל, היה נביאו נאמן ביתו, לא יכל לפעל ולא ימיר דתו. לעולמים לזולתו, סופה ויודע שתרנו, מביט לסוף דבר וקדמצו, גומל לאיש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשע רע כרישתו, ישלח כקץ ימין משיחנו, לכתוב מחכה קץ ישועתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך הדיין שם תהילתו, מתים יחייל ברוך חסדו, ברוך הדיין שם תהילתו.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Jamie Perez, I didn't introduce you. Chaim, good to see you. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.